Hey, this is Matt once again. Welcome back to another video. This is a paid request from Edward. Thank you so much for that. And for those interested in requesting any type of videos, feel free to send it. PayPal is usually the best bet. It should be a review, topic, commentary, video game playthrough, list, re-review, what have you. And this is for 2 more episodes of South Park, Season 20, Episodes 3 and 4. I just looking up and reading some comments. This is apparently a very weak season for a lot of people, and the way it's just kind of when things change for people, and their thoughts on South Park. I looked it up a bit, and I understand why now. I mean, episode 3 and 4. I would say episode 4 I liked more. Because before I get into that, the gist of the story is that Kyle's dad is a troll called Skank Hunt 42. He likes to troll people. He takes it way, way, way overboard. So the women have dumped their boyfriends. I do like starting in episode 3, going to episode 4 especially. He starts this revolution of boys where they pull down their pants and they kind of walking like this. And he's like, I'm a boy, Dad Nabbit. I'm proud of my little wiener. But I'm a fan of the character Butters. So other boys get in on it, and you get more of a separation of the boys and the girls. The trolling, people kept trolling this person from Denmark where they end their life. So people in Denmark are pissed off, so they create this building in this section, this sector, I should say, where they're going to create this technology to specifically find who these trolls are, no matter what. They're also trying to put into this the member berries, where they're actually suggesting stuff, and there may be something sinister to them. Cartman is getting a girlfriend and falling in love. So there's some interesting aspects to the story. Like, okay, I'll get back to what I was going to say in a minute, but like episode 3, the cops are talking to the kids and they mention Twitter homicide. Was it Twitter homicide or Twitter suicide? It's a suicide. I do like the notion where they mention they don't just leave, they post long paragraphs on why they quit. Which is true. I quit, so I'm going to post 5 pages of why I quit. But I'm going to quit. That does happen a lot. Granted, if you close your account, then no one's going to read it anyway, but some people, again, they just leave it up and they head on. Like I said, Cartman and the girl from a previous episode, like she was off Twitter. They actually start to be in the real world and they start falling in love. I thought that was kind of cute. It was something different for Cartman to play off of. I wouldn't say it was funny. Like, you don't really get any laughs, humor out of it. But I'd say it was a different change of pace for Cartman. To be more subdued. To, again, get a girlfriend. I said, at least there's something a bit different. Where season 20 find to change it up a bit. The member berries are an entertaining idea. Remember Chewbacca? Remember the Goonies? Remember Chunk? And when Randy Stan's dad visits the farm, you have the old guy from Pet Cemetery. That's what it's absolutely the guy, the character from Pet Cemetery. I think Fred Gwynn played him in the movie, so I thought that was okay. Nice visual nod to that one. Kyle's dad gets warned, I know who you are. So he's scared. But I wouldn't say episode 3 was really funny. It was more like, okay, this kind of interesting with the story here and there. But I wouldn't say I really got any laughs. Probably the one laugh I got was Carbon at the very end says something, what's at the bottom of vagina? And she goes, want me to show you? And Carbon looks and goes, holy shit. And that's how it ends. His reaction I thought was pretty funny. That was probably the only laugh I got out of episode 3. I would say episode 4 I liked more. Because I like that's more when Butters is getting pissed off that his girlfriend dumped him. It's like, it's not my fault, and he gets the other kids to like let's have a little revolution. Kyle's dad meets another troll. Well, he meets whoever's warning him and realizes it's another troll. And they kind of look at him. He's like, no, I'm not you guys. But then there's like, yes, you are. You're one of us. And then throughout the episode with Butters, Stan ultimately joins with Butters. And by the end of the episode, Kyle joins with Butters. Which was surprising because it seemed like either Stan or Kyle will be the one fight against that. But the fact they ultimately admit and go along with it, I wouldn't say I saw that coming. I do like Kyle being dumbfounded that Cartman has a legit girlfriend. And just the way Kyle just... I thought that was pretty entertaining, that reaction. Denmar's building this thing, just what happened in the previous episode with a woman jumping to her death. So this technology is going to trace the trolls. Now, one thing about these two episodes I have not mentioned, as they also have Mr. Garrison pretty much being Donald Trump going up against Hillary Clinton. And especially in episode 3, they keep this whole thing of, why are you voting for him? And, oh, actually, he does seem like an ordinary guy. He seems like an ordinary guy. And then Mr. Garrison saying, you need to not vote for me. You need to vote for her. I mean, she's bad too, but at least she's had experience. And this is plainly what the South Park creators think. Their own values, their own ideals, their own ideas, as they've done all the time, to put into these characters. Into their mouths, into their reactions. Not so much lecturing, but pretty much saying, hey, yeah, they're both bad, but why are you voting for this guy when, I mean, it's not great to vote for her either, but she has experience, and that's what Mr. Garrison says, I don't know what I'm doing, and he's trying to throw it, and, oh, he does seem like an ordinary guy. From what I understand, they thought ultimately Trump would lose. So from what I understand, they had a story where Hillary Clinton would do this and this, and but then when they start to realize that things are going awry, and actually Trump seems like Trump's going to win, and then he does win, so they have to change things up, and apparently from people reading up online, a lot of people noticed that and thought, well, wow, the story, like, you're trying to do a continuity filled story, but your story's not tracking because they assumed one thing and the other thing happened. That's what you get for assuming. You make an ass out of yourself. So I haven't got to that point yet, but apparently in the next episode or two or whatever, that does happen. So then they have to do things last minute, and they have to change the whole story last minute, which was a mistake. They should have made sure to have both parties. If this person wins, we go with this story. If this person wins, we go through that story. Going on one side and only thinking that was they screwed up if that was the case. So again, I wouldn't say it got a ton of... I would say this season so far is not that hilarious of a season. But I do like the member berries are a fun idea. The trolls are definitely a potent idea that still carries over today. The boys being blamed for something they didn't do and then rising up and rebelling is an understandable notion. Butters sort of, I don't know if they're going to do more with him, but at this point in time, he's like the leader of the group. Again, hopefully they do more with that. Cartman, the other girlfriend, interesting idea. The fact that Kyle's dad is the troll, it just seemed as if they just picked random to pick him as the guy. I guess it's like, well, always gotta be someone, and who else would want to pick? Sure, why not? Why not Kyle's dad? It could have been. I mean, and also Kenny. Now that I think about it, what the hell? I don't even remember seeing Kenny. I'm sure I saw Kenny, but I don't even remember. It's funny. I'm sure he was in these episodes, but I don't remember a damn thing he did. I don't even remember him being in the background. I'm sure he was. But now that I think about it, I just remember seeing like Stan and Kyle next to each other. I don't even know, were they with Cartman when they broke his things? I might have to look back and see. Like, Kenny has been. If he was there, he was totally oblivious to me. If he wasn't there, then I'm kind of saying, well, where the hell is he? They definitely have given them jack shit to do. So, go figure. But like I said, it's more interesting than funny. At least so far. The political stuff has been the least interesting to me. I don't care about what their politics are, what they feel. I don't care about that. And especially looking back when you know what really happened, and then you kind of see what they're trying to push the viewer to. It just felt a bit irritating. It was a bit preachy, in their way preachy, and it just, that's not what you got, man. Sorry, hate to burst the bubble. Shouldn't have assumed shit. Tough titty. So overall, I would say I didn't mind it. I didn't mind the episodes. But I do hope that the laughs do ratchet up a bit. As episode 3, I only got one laugh. Episode 4, I got a few more chuckles, mainly from Butters. Eddie and Kyle's dumbfounded look to Cartman. Like, no, you don't have a girlfriend. What? And then he sees that they're holding hands, and he's like, mouth so dropping, so I'm sure a bunch of flies going to jump in and make a home in his mouth. You don't close that mouth quick. So, I guess we'll see what happens. But that's what you get for assuming stuff. Trey Parker, Matt Stone, that's what you get. But with that said, thanks for watching. Thanks once again, Edward. And we'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.